Well, let's see. Non-profit studies ways to pool insurance coverage. I think that's a good topic. Hello, R. Frederick Riddle here with another Christian news and views. We are, by the way, we are now in episode 50. Wow, 50. To me, that's a major milestone, and I'm excited about having reached episode 50. So I don't want to waste your time here. I want to get into this. It's an interesting article, and I want to read it to you, and then I'm going to make some comments. I may interject some comments along the way too, but you'll know they're comments. But let me read this for a moment. For the past half decade and longer, powerful hurricanes have plagued Florida's communities. At the same time, Californians have been dealing with seemingly endless wildfires. The Climate Adaptation Center, a nonprofit organization based in Sarasota, that's a little bit north of me, has announced a new research initiative to help communities in Florida and California address the risks of hurricanes and wildfires. I'm going to just stop there for a moment. I think it's going to impact more. These are extremes, but there's also storms in the middle of America. All across this country, there's flooding, there's fires, um, severe droughts, uh, freezing, and stuff like that. All of these impact people, and this may be something that people want to take a look at. Here's how it works. Parametric reciprocal insurance is not a traditional form of insurance. It uses a model where groups of people, like homeowners or business owners, such as myself, pool their resources to share risks. Now, this is where I got interested, is the business aspect. It's usually index based and offers pre specified payouts for triggered events that are established in advance. That would mean payouts if wind speeds reach a certain level or rainfall or other factors. For example, we get hurricanes here all the time. Well, I shouldn't say all the time. We have a hurricane season, and it goes from I believe it starts in June, maybe a little sooner than that sometimes. It goes all the way to the end of November. That doesn't mean we can't get hurricanes before or after, but that's when it's most likely. And they are devastating to people. We've had some pretty devastating hurricanes. Hurricane Ian just a few years ago. Just last year, we had Hurricane Helene and we had Hurricane Milton. And there were other hurricanes too, but those are the ones that impacted my area. But the thing is that hurricanes happen, and they can't. So far, they haven't learned how to dissipate them or destroy them or whatever. And so they warn people, and the problem is that whether you warn people and no matter how people react to it, there's going to be some damage, and that's why people pay. And by the way, here in Florida, you are required to have flood insurance, but that's not covered by your home insurance. And so flood insurance is separate and it's very expensive. And so again, this pooling that I'm going to read here might be prove very interesting. So let's move on into the inner page here, and we will read this. The topic of parametric insurance was brought up at a California legislature assembly committee on insurance, saying the policy does not require a traditional claims process since it's based on predetermined triggers, wind speed, the category of the storm, the amount of damage that was done in the community and in your home and so forth. These are all triggers. Um, That could mean faster payouts and more flexibility for policyholders. The project will delve into the potential parametric reciprocal insurance solutions to provide communities with faster, more efficient financial recovery options following catastrophic climate events. So this is according to the Climate Adaptation Center, or CAC. Now the CAC has had teams looking at this already, and they're looking for ways to demonstrate the power of adaptation strategies used to protect communities while enhancing lives. Sounds like a motto. We are excited to work alongside these esteemed institutions and the great people who work on these adaptation strategies. And some of the institutions they're talking about is the Institute of Environment at Florida International University, the Center for Coastal Climate Resilience at UC Santa Cruz, and the University of Michigan. So they got some big educational players involved here. This project is a testament to the momentum sparked at the CAC Florida Climate Conference and driven by the insights of the CAC Atlantic Hurricane Season Forecast. The CAC is an independent nonprofit organization headquartered in Sarasota, Florida. So let's take a quick look at this. I've read the article now, but try to bring my opinion onto it. First of all, it's a different way of looking at insurance. It's not traditional. And sometimes that's a bad word. In this way, I think it's a good word. It's a totally different way. Now, I'm a businessman, and right now, I am a slowly growing business as far as employees are concerned, and so I'm my own employee. But I see the day when, as I grow, I'm going to start hiring a person for this and for that, and maybe several persons for another project or whatever. The sky's the limit, so to speak. And so one of the things I've been looking at is when I do start hiring, I don't want to start hiring and then say, oh, I got to have insurance. That's the wrong time to do it. I need to be prepared. So I'm already looking at aspects of that. What do I need to provide an insurance platform for my employees? And there are different options. There's like, say, medical savings account. I've been looking at that as well. But the idea of pooling kind of attracts my attention. I first ran into that when there was a church-operated one, not my church that I attended, but it was a different church, a different denomination actually. And they had, for their denomination, they had, and they still have, an insurance that is pooled. You pay in, and then as you have a need that comes up, the insurance pool pays out. And it's worked for decades. So the idea of pooling insurance has intrigued me for a long time. When I start hiring people, that is one of the options I'm seriously considering for my employees. And I'll get to you why in a minute. The thing is, when you start hiring people, you want to be able to give them something. You don't. When people take on a job, it's like when I got this went to work for people. I wasn't just to make money for my future retirement. It was also to pay for bills, like and for carrying on my house, any insurance that I had, pay for groceries, pay for all these different things. And so when you are talking about housing, that's something that you really need to consider. So as an employer, you want to be able to provide something that will be meaningful to them. You're competing with other companies out there, and so they're going to be offering different things And one of the items I believe that an employee is going to look at, I know when I went looking for work, I thought of these, maybe not consciously, but they're in the back of my mind at all times. And that is, I have needs. As an employee, I have needs. What are you going to provide me for? Are you, just a income, just a wage, or is there insurance? And more, I believe people are looking at the insurance, particularly since insurance has been on a streak of failures. So I think the time has come when housing insurance, with all its failures in recent years, needs a change. Needs a change in how they do things, needs a change in how they appear to do things. How you appear to people out there in the world is important. If they don't believe you, they don't trust you, then they're going to back off from you. And so a lot of people some people have lost their insurance because it was canceled. That's the act of insurance companies. Why did they cancel them? Well, and I won't say it's this way in all cases, but in many cases, from every report I've seen, it's because they couldn't afford them. The insurance company could no longer afford them. So all that money they paid in, they now get canceled, and they're not going to get a payout. Uh, there's something wrong there. It sounds to me, anyhow, just sounds wrong. Uh, they when you pay somebody, they got a product. I have products. I have books I sell. I have services I sell. Well, if you buy a book and I don't ship it to you, you buy a service and I don't provide it to you, or within that service, for instance, I don't give you what you're paying for, you're going to be upset. You're going to want to say, hey, I'm paying for this. Why am I not getting it? Well, insurance is even more important than a book to read or a service to take advantage of. Those might be important. I'm not saying they are, that they aren't. But your house, you've invested a lot into that house. Some of you have built your own homes. And you need to have proper insurance that you can trust, an insurance company who has a good record. And right now, I don't think there's very many of them out there, if there are any, who have a good record. Might be some out there. I don't know. But I think that the time has come to make a few changes. And one of the changes I think that should be looked at is this very idea of pooling. It could very well be through this initiative that is going on right now that there will be some changes coming. Just look at some of the benefits, and these are not all, but shared coverage. Now, my understanding of shared coverage is this: traditional insurance is I buy insurance, and it may cost me hundreds of dollars a month just to have that insurance. And maybe at the end I don't get the payout. So right there's an appeal. Is that instead of hundreds of dollars going out, maybe it's less than $100 going out. You're spreading it out amongst people. It depends upon how many people are in the pool as to what your share would be. So there's shared coverage, shared expense, and shared payouts. Faster payouts. Some people who were impacted by Hurricane Ian are still not back to normal. In fact, I believe there's some that have not even received their insurance payments yet. There's something wrong there. In this generation we live in which we want everything now, and you have to wait years and you still haven't gotten it. And this is not just new this year. When I came down here in 2008, 2009, I discovered shortly thereafter that there were people who were just receiving in 2009 payouts from this was from I'm not sure if it was insurance or if it was from the government, from Hurricane Charlie, which had happened in 2005. It took years to get that payout, but your expenses to get back and to repair things and everything usually are right now, or even on a time basis. So you get faster payouts, less stress. When you have to work and worry about whether or not you're going to get a payout, and if you do get a payout, how much that payout is going to be, you shouldn't have to have that. Not when you've been paying for it. Because when you paid for something, somebody came to your home or business and they shared with you, they showed you, here's what we offer you for insurance coverage. You pay this, you get this. And now you're living under the stress of, am I going to get any of that? Faster return to normal. That's a biggie, because if you're not back to normal, you're still going to have the stress. If you're not back to normal, you have bills, you could actually be in trouble with the government, the local government, because you haven't done something here. But you haven't done that because you didn't get the money from the insurance company to enable you to do that. You see what I'm talking about? It's like a circle, an endless circle. So those are powerful benefits that do not violate biblical standards, but in fact are more in line with the scriptures. The Bible teaches us brotherly love. The Bible teaches us to care for one another, pray for one another, to be to help them if we're able to. Well, when you pull things together, even though you may not know this other person, you are benefiting that other person. And so people, one thing they will see I think that they will see their premiums go down, but at the same time they'll be helping other people out. But even when you put their whole total in, that they're helping other people out, their premiums will still be down less than what they were paying. And that's something that excites me as a business person, that I'll be able to go to an employee and say, I can offer you this. I've been looking at medical pools right along. That's one of the things that I've been looking at for my business, that when I hire people, I'll be able to offer them, say, here's your wage. Oh, by the way, I offer you this as a insurance pool in which you can get, and I would have some kind of a booklet or whatever, and I would be able, or maybe just a sheet, and show them the benefits that they get with that pool. That's a powerful sales item there, that you show that to people, and they're oh, I can see how that can help me. In fact, it may cover things that the regular insurance rate now doesn't cover. So I'm interested in this. It's a very interesting topic. I think the time has come. We already have it in medical. Some church groups have done it. Some non-church groups have done it. Not only for medical, but maybe for other things as well. And so I think the time has come to truly take a look at this and say, okay, I want to take a closer look at this. And that would be, that is something that will excite all of us, I'm sure. So, did you enjoy this? Putting my view out there on this? If you do and you're not subscribed to this channel and you like this channel, I encourage you to subscribe to it using the icon below. By subscribing, you get my two podcasts, Christian News and Views, which you're watching right now, and becoming a published author is fun, which is not only fun to be a published author, it's fun to do that particular podcast, because I'm able to share for free to you. If you're interested in being a writer, being an author, being a published author, then I provide you information. I have a course that you pay for that goes into much greater depth, but I pull some things out of that course and give them out here for free, and you can use them right away. I think that's a big plus. But you get by subscribing, you get all that, and you encourage me. Now that may not seem all that important to you, but it is to me. To be encouraged, especially to know that somebody out there values what I'm saying, values the information that I'm putting out, and is to the point that they might use it for whatever. So I encourage you to subscribe, and I will do all in my power to create episodes that will inform, encourage, and inspire you. So that is pretty much it for today. I look forward to the next episode, and in the meantime, I encourage you to have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode.